Big up, big up, big up, big up, fam. Uh, it is a wonderful Wednesday night in the UK and a wonderful Wednesday afternoon in Orlando, Florida. I'm Mari. Welcome to the Spurs Lounge. Tonight we have some guests. They're on their way. Brian Daigle is going to come on. He is going to give a different perspective in regards to the question of the show. Does Edge take full blame for the cup yesterday, right? For the cup exit. And I'm kind of going to explain big picture, small picture in regards to yesterday's exit. But before I get to my view, and most of you guys heard my view last night. Am I still fuming? Am I still fuming? 24 hours. Yes, I am still fuming. A calm fuming, but still fuming from last night. But before I jump in, I want to post. I posted this link. You're probably wondering, what is this? This is the Football Content Awards. The Football Content Awards, which is kind of big in the YouTube content world, right? And when you get a chance to uh, vote for your favorite shows, and so I'm going to show you what this opens up. Let me share the screen. Here we go. So this is the Football Content Awards, right? It shows you who you could nominate, right? So let's just say best in video, right? You like Tottenham away, right? The organization, the creators, Will Stewart, you know, you can say that. Best in social, right? Best in women's football, right? So I know Ellie and her channel, they talk a lot about women's football, the Spurs women's team, the World Cup. So you will put them for organization and creator. Best influencer, right? You want to put who is the best influencer? There's a lot of influencers out there. Hopefully, you'll put, but still Iggy and whoever. Um, as I showed the screen, best in non-league. We don't do non-league. We don't cover that. We don't cover fantasy football, but like I said, best young content creator. If someone wants to put me, I'm not that age. I'm in my 40s. But you could put Dan THFC. You could put Robbie. He's another young one. Oh, Harry Scarf. You could put him in for best young content creators. So we do have some young content creators. You got Dan THFC. You got Harry Scarf. Scarfy, he would go in there for best young content creator. All right, Bless Club content creator, Premier League. You'll put Tottenham. I hope you will put Tottenham, unless you're an Arsenal fan or some other fan. But you'll put Tottenham on the Premier League, right? And Football League International. Huh. Hmm. That would be someone that covers all three. But there are channels that do that. So you guys get the deal. A best footballer, and then once you're done, yes, this is where Tottenham away still has says, hey, nominate us for Equality, Diversity, and Inclusion Award. Our channel is diverse. We're men and women on the show. We have like C Cube and myself, Stell, international, domestic, so nominate us for Equality, Diversity, and Inclusion Award. And then once you can put your name's optional email, and then click to agree to terms, and then vote now. That's all you have to do. And it is easy peasy. So get your votes in. Get your votes in. I'm talking. Wait, did I show? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I did all that talk about showing screen. See, I'm not used to showing screen. So this is the part right here: equality and diversity award. You want to put Tottenham away? Individual could be me, Stell, whatsoever. Thank you for voting and vote now. And these are the other categories. I will say best young creator, Harry Scarfy, and or Dan THFC. You can nominate, and so on. So, yeah, football content awards. So that link that I just shared is where you want to go and vote. Um, and so click on that link and vote. Along with, if you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I will talk about this once again. And please, oh my goodness, I'm frozen. Please, 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 please. Can't see Mari. Uh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, I am back. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And let's take the blame. I'm sorry you guys can see, but I'm glad I was able to get the screen up so you guys can see where you can vote. Like I said, you just click on that link, and so yeah, I'm going to go straight onto the subject. Okay, all right. So that was enough talking about the content awards. I'll talk about it later once again for those who come on. Um, about where you can vote in regards to the content awards. So, who do we have? We have Just a Harmless Potato. We have Andy Lloyd. We have Edelson Edward. Big up. We got Big Tone. We got Ian, LA 007. We got Strasburg Steve in the house. We got Daniel. Big up. We got Scott. Chris in the house. JJ. JSS Sports Picks, who's also in the house. Cold Shot. Zaffer, who's in the house. Um, promote myself for young. I wish I would. I wish I can, but I'm not 20 and under anymore. I wish I was. Scott M was in the house. Tottenham All is in the house. Chris Ange'S is in the house. Jimmy and Quez Ali. So let's get to the question. Yesterday, we got Sammy in the house and Swim Master. I want to get everybody. Yesterday, I came on stream. I was at work. I watched the game from work. I saw the lineup. We have to go back to that Monday. We have to go back to the press conference and what Ange said at that press conference. We will try to win every game that's on schedule, and we will go for every competition. Once again, Ange does another press conference where he is charismatic. He gets everybody ready and riled up. And for me personally, I was just like, you know what? I really think that we may do some serious damage in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup because Big Ange, he's the motivator, right? There's a new spirit to the team, right? First three games, right? Even the naysayers will say, you know what? This team is playing different. We're playing front football. We're playing attacking football. Everybody's uplifted. Their spirits are up. And then on Monday, he gives this big speech, press conference, like we're going to do it. And then I checked around 2:35 my time, which is 7:35 your time in the UK. I see the lineup and I'm like, hold up. There is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 changes to the lineup. And I'm like, what? I'm like, seriously? Oh my goodness. Like, seriously? I'm like, okay. I'm like, now mind you, this is a Fulham team that just drew against Arsenal, right? Played a tough game against Arsenal, right? They were down to 10 men when they equalized from Polinia, right? So this is not, Stevenage FC. This is not, Rochdale FC. Big up to Rochdale. Almost moved there in 20, 2018. Almost moved to Rochdale, right? This is a Premier League team, Fulham. And so I'm like, okay. So technically, I missed the first 10 minutes, but I came in, and that first half was dreadful. Both teams, right? Really nothing. Nothing. But for us, we didn't have a shot on goal. So you could tell the difference. Big difference between the starting 11 and the rest. So, unlucky situation. Once again, Sanchez, his defensive mishaps, you know, unlucky Van de Ven, right? On goal, right? Mind you, he was covering everybody, and got it. By the end of the game, he got a knock. He apparently, hopefully, he's not going to be injured, so he can't play the Burnley game. But got a knock because of these useless defenders that time and time again have proven to fail the badge, especially during these cup games, right? So I'm watching the game. I'm like, all right, clearly at halftime he's gonna scorch earth, take out some of the players, and then put in the starters. No, he doesn't. He takes out Lo Celso. He puts in Dane Scarlett. I would have not had a problem if he started Scarlett. I also would have had a problem if the day before he says, we're gonna play some of the youth. I keep bringing up Velez, guys. Velez has his work permit. He is clear to play. He's been cleared. He got his permit the same day as BDV. The same day. The same day he got his permit. So I'm like, okay, I'll plug him in, make 3 or 4 changes whatsoever. But he makes 9 changes, which ends up, we're trailing. We end up equalizing later on. Perisic whips it in. Finally, finally, he scores a goal. Mind you, he was playing like crap. There's much worse words I could say for Richarlison's game, but I'll be nice. He's playing like crap. So we all know how the game ended. I'm thinking maybe last 10 minutes, it looks like we're gonna go to penalty kicks, right? We fully know, I know, right? Ange knows we're going to penalty kicks. All right, let's get Forster out. Because Forster, I felt bad for the guy. There used to be a commercial in the States, I don't know in the UK, where there was an old lady who would fall down the ground. She's like, I'm falling and I can't get up. I don't know if they had that commercial in the UK, but that was Forster. I felt bad. I'm like, where is Vicario, the shot stopping keeper that we got? Of course, we lost in the shootout. Mind you, oh, thank you, Harmless Potato, right? He changed to a 4-4-2, right? A formation that we haven't really played up to this day. We haven't played. So we exit. We exit. Thank you, Jimmy. I was getting to it. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna put him in because we need to win this. We need to win this. He said that the day before. He said that the day before. He got us all hyped up. So I must say this once again. I'm 100% Ange'S, right? I like Big Ange. I support the manager, right? I don't support the regime. I support the manager. But yesterday, last night's exit, and the reason why I'm fuming is that this is one of the very few competitions, right? The big clubs don't really care about the Carabao Cup, but it's been won by some of the big clubs, but you just never know, right? I was expecting a strong starting 11, a strong starting 11 to go for the Carabao Cup. If we lose in the quarterfinals or the semifinals to to Chelsea, Man City, or Liverpool, I could take it. I could take it. Even if our starting 11 or strong lineup, if we lost around the way, let's say we lost to, I don't know, Norwich, right? Their championship squad. We lose to them in the round of 16 or whatsoever. Okay. But the way that we lost, first round. Yes, I know second round, but it felt like a first round. Unacceptable. This is 100% on Ange. And I'm saying it, right? The next point is big picture, right? Big picture, small picture. Yes, the bigger picture, yes, Levy's fault, right? For the squad and for the team. But for last night, the cup exit, this is on Ange. This is on Ange. I have to question him. He has to be challenged for his decision. And then what made it worse was his press conference after. And Twitter was having a field day. What, you don't know these players? You need to assess these players. You don't know Davinson Sanchez is dog shit. He's garbage. You don't know this? Ben Davies? You don't know the previous cup exits that we had? Did you hear what Conte said? Did you hear what Poch, Nuno, the previous coaches said about these players? The B squad? Now, I heard someone say earlier, Conte made some changes, but he didn't make 9 changes. This is on Ange. This is definitely on Ange yesterday. What was that? And once again, we're halfway, 50%, halfway to another season without a trophy. I said without a cup. Right? Halfway to another season without a trophy. I'm fuming. Because some of you have supported this team 20 years, 30 years. So maybe some of you have seen the last FA Cup title. Some of you may be alive to see, that European trophy that we won, right, in the 80s. I've only seen Spurs win 1 trophy. Been 15 years. Yes, I'm fuming. We need to win this trophy. Right? Well, Mari, we still got 2 other chances. We got the league. Look, the league, I'm just taking it a game at a time. But to be a realist, we're not going to win the Premier League, right? I would like to, but that ain't happening, right? There are teams who are better suited for a long season to win that Premier League. Manchester City is the favorites. So it's really 2 competitions that we have a realistic chance of winning. Fuck all. Winning a trophy. That is the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Bye-bye, Carabao Cup. Oh, you want to experiment and assess the club. I would rather you do that for Burnley. All right, we'll sacrifice 3 points or whatsoever. Then a cup game, a game where it's an exit game. You win, you advance. You lose, there's no second chance. You're gone. You're you're, you're gone. So why it's he chose yesterday to say, well, we need to assess. What do you think the preseason for? Well, Marvin, we lost the game in the hurricane or whatsoever. Still, you get to see the players in training, right? He was able to assess Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer hasn't been named to the squad yet. Why is that? Why is that? Right? And then you play Hoiberg, who's supposed to be going to United. Like, what if he gets injured and United says, you know what, we don't want Hoiberg anymore. Right? This is 100% yesterday, last night is on Big Ange. Big time. Uncalled for. Now, the funny thing is, and this is the thing, right? Because you got to keep that same energy, right? Because there are people that criticize Conte. Conte said, these players, I'm telling you now, these players, right? Same thing Jose said. These players, it's just performance anxiety. It's just when they come to, they're just not good enough. They're just not good enough. There's not Viagra that's out there that's going to help these players. Not good enough. Not good enough. And then, like I said, Conte's even still, like, they got criticized for it. There's no free pass for Big Ange. No free pass. Absolutely no free pass. He has to be criticized for this cup exit. Has to take full blame. And yes, the bigger picture is Daniel Levy and the board, right? For having these same sorry plays time and time again, failing manager after manager after manager after manager because of that squad. But yesterday, and trust me, you guys know me, I am Levy out to the core. But yesterday, I'm not putting this on Levy. And Brian's gonna come on, and so we're gonna debate on that because he's putting on Levy, but I'm in a rare occasion I'm not putting it on Levy. On bigger picture, it's on Levy. But for yesterday, that is on Ange. That is on Ange. That is on Big Ange. Do I still support Ange? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. But now he knows that these players could be his downfall, just like all the previous managers of the past. And that is the situation that he's in. Some people said he did that to show the board. You see how crap these players are? You should have done it in the league game. You should not have done it in a cup competition. But if he did that, wasn't Conte and Jose do the same thing? Wasn't Poch do the same thing? And those managers got grilled, especially Conte. Got grilled on the skillet, right? Conte out. I'm hearing people say, was that Conte yesterday? No, that was Ange, right? Right. Some players have improved under Ange, but on Twitter, people swear and said, "Oh, no, Conte can't do work with some of these players." Well, you know what? Those players yesterday, they didn't show up. They were garbage. They were trash. They were trash yesterday. They failed Ange like they did every previous manager last night. like every previous manager last night. So if he did it right to show the board the crap that we have on that bloated squad, okay. As I wait, as I wait, oh come on, you got to be kidding me. People, stay with me. Sorry for the freeze. I'm going to actually put the link if anybody wants to contest it or add on to what I've said about till Brian gets here, and also um, we have Michael who's going to be coming on. I will post the link. Let me get the invite. I know a couple of people watching has. If you want to jump on, Scott, you want to jump on. I'm gutted. Like seriously, I'm disappointed because when it comes down to it, I want to win a trophy. I want to win a trophy. I don't care how we do it. I want to win a trophy. I've only seen one trophy in the 15 years I've been supporting this team. One trophy. Going to the Champions League final does not count for me. It does not count for me. I want to win. I want to win. I want to taste glory. I want to taste glory. Top four is not glory for me. It is not glory for me. And we have the man of the hour. We have Mr. Brian Daigle. I put the link up. If any other people, maybe Has or Ian or Scott wants to jump on, I'll get to your comments because I've seen a lot. Apparently, there was a breaking news: 99.9% done on Fati, and we really need them. We will talk about that. We will talk about Fati, but we want to still because it's still fresh. I don't know if you heard my rant, Brian. I say big picture, right? The big picture.
Yep.
Daniel Levy, right? Daniel Levy. But yesterday was small picture, and for me, it's and that's why I love the debate. For me, it had to be Ange 100% because what he said the day before, because of the hype, because it's charismatic. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna go win. We're gonna do that. And then it was just a dud for me last night. And so I was mad. It was almost he lied. He lied to me. He lied to the fans. It was all BS. So for me, I'm mad. I'm putting 100% on him. But I know the bigger picture, right? The crap plays that he has. Who's responsible for those crap players? Daniel Levy. But I'll let you have your say. And big up, my brother.
First of all, big up Mari, big up everyone in the chat. I hope you're good, hope you're well. Just to let you know before I get started, I do have a commitment. We are Tottenham TV, as I said to you, Mari. They're having internet issues at the moment, so they're trying to sort that out. So I might have to hop off and come back. But whilst they're sorting it out, I thought, Joe, I'll come on because I'm already late, which I apologise for, mate. But yes, I might need to go. But listen, I have to say that to an extent, I agree with you. Ange has to take a lot of responsibility. The hype we've been getting, the atmosphere, the momentum that we were growing has all been on what Ange said and coming true on his word and doing everything to get us off to a fairly decent start. Let's face it, would have taken 7 points from 9 after everything that's gone on throughout the summer and what we normally do. But as I've been saying on channels, when he was been in charge of Celtic and any other club, 99.9% of the time, and Postecoglou has only made 4 substitutions or 4 changes to his starting lineup before any domestic cup game. And no matter what has happened with those 4 changes, either his captain or one of his vice captains have started. So this guy has had a 25-year career or whatever it may be in football management, both domestically and internationally with Australia, has had a whole philosophy and has said, this is, I have one way of playing football, I have one way of doing this, one way of doing that. Got right to this level where he is at Tottenham Hotspur. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a man that takes great confidence and pride in everything that he's done, no matter what league, no matter what the standard, no matter what has happened, he has stuck to his morals, his philosophy, his ethos, rocks up into N17, and at the first attempt, when every single Spurs fan has said, take the domestic cup seriously, there is no excuse for the domestic cups, there is no excuse for this, there is no excuse for that, all of a sudden, out of the blue, makes 9 changes and doesn't play any of his captains. Any manager, like if Pochettino goes out of the Carabao Cup tonight, and last time I saw they were losing to Wimbledon, we know what he's like in the cups. He does not take the cup seriously.
Yeah.
We understand that. We know that. We've seen that at close quarters. This is a guy that's just come from Celtic, and everyone go, yeah, the Scottish League, it's easy to win. It's only 2 teams. He won 6 out of 5 trophies. 3 out of 4 domestic cups. So that's why I'm not putting it. Don't get me wrong, Ange's got some problem, but he cannot take full responsibility for this because no one makes a drastic change like that after 25 years of management. Right, listen, Mari, I've just had the news from We Are Tottenham TV. I just need to hop over, do that, give me 20 minutes. Max, okay. I'll be back with you. But that's my opening part in this debate we're going to have. That's the part that I'm struggling to get with. Do I think that Ange still deserves some criticism? 100%. I'm all down for that. He made some mistakes. Do I think that making 9 changes was solely his idea? Not in a million years. But I will see you soon. Everyone in the chat, I hope you're having a good evening. Subscribe to Tottenham Away that way. And I'll see you soon. And always, and as always, Levy out.
Levy out. Levy out. Yeah, and he brings a compelling case. And it's the point of Ange always making about 3 or 4 substitutions, changes to the lineup is a valid point because 9. But see, this is the question where it comes down to, right? And big up Dietrich's with the update, right? Who is going to be a manager that's going to finally step up to Daniel Levy and this board, right? Because people will believe, right, the hype. Yeah, Big Edge is coming in. He's gonna change things or whatsoever. We're playing sexy champagne football, entertaining football, right? But as you know, the regime is still there, right? When did he get VDV, right? When the season started, right? We're still struggling with some transfer business, right, that we need, right? I've said this before in many other streams, including this channel. The only person that could change Daniel Levy is Daniel Levy. But still, part of you was just saying, Ange has that charisma, to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to start my starting 11, right? Because people are saying, well, maybe he did that because we have to prioritize the Premier League. But that doesn't make sense. We're not playing any Europe, right? The game's on Tuesday. We play on Saturday. That's like 3-4 days away. These guys are professionals. And the thing where I still say, I still find it hard to believe Daniel Levy saying, Ange, I need you to play the whole B squad for this cup game. And him agreeing, okay. Like, I find it hard to believe, right? You're the manager. You have a voice. You're an accountant. You handle the books. I'm gonna handle this team. When he spoke on Monday, and this is, I guess, my retort to what Brian is saying. When he spoke on Monday, he had you to believe that he was going to go all out, guns blazing for the Carabao Cup. That's what I believed. So to tell me now, Daniel Levy, and I get that Daniel Levy with the whole Jose situation, right? You didn't want Harry Kane to play whatsoever, you know, and then he got fined for the week. Okay, I can understand that, but there's no Harry Kane here, right? And we don't have all these other things that comes in the way, of selecting the squad. I, I have to say this is on Ange. This has to be on Ange. I'm gonna post the link if you want to jump on. We could continue to talk about the subject. We'll also talk about the Fati. I've not looked at my phone, so you guys tell me. But it seems like we're 99% close to getting Fati. So if anybody wants to jump on, Dietrich, since you broke the news, if you want to jump on, has if you jump on thoughts again. Oh boy. Okay. Uh, I'm also having internet problems. Has if you want to jump on, I want to hear your opinions about it. Um, okay. Levy clearly told him to do that. Okay, people are believing it. Man, then you know what? Then then for me, in my eyes, Ange's there's a chink in his armor. Then he's weak. Then he's weak. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this because this is man. I'm mad. Like you have a bald headed non-football non-scout person coming in to have influence on who plays, who doesn't play. This was just like the Champions League final. Harry Kane has to start. Poor Lucas Moore and whatsoever. This is things have not changed. Yes, we got our Tottenham back. Daniel Levy's still pulling the strings. This is ridiculous. I'm fuming. I'm pissed at us Spurs. I'm still fuming. Still fuming.
I hear
I,
you,
I'm, I'm,
Mari. I hear you.
I'm not. I don't know, man. I refuse to believe Daniel Levy says, "Hey, you need to make 9 substitutions." I find that hard to believe. And then he doubled down
Right.
after the interview. He doubled down. He doubled down on his substitute. I need to assess the players. Everybody knows players are garbage, man. They're garbage. Not they're not even garbage. They're hot garbage. I'm not talking about their person. I'm not talking about them as an individual. I'm talking about their
Mm-hmm.
play. I'm talking about their play. They are hot garbage, right? But those of you who
I
don't
mean,
understand what garbage is this, right? If you go to a landfill, right, and you go to burn trash, right, and you smell that horrible stench, that's hot garbage, right? That's garbage that they burn at landfills, right? Your trash smells when you put it out, right? That's bad. What's worse is when they take that trash and they burn it. It smells even worse. That's that's our squad. That is our squad. And you're telling me that he needed the game to assess that these guys are not good? Mate, you can watch the last 4 years on tape.
yeah,
They
and
got this.
I
Pick
think
up
the
half.
biggest.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah. Dylan, first I'll let you go, and then I'll let you get just.
Okay.
You guys been watching, so you guys know where my premise is.
Mm.
So the big picture, right? Of course, it's Levy. But last night is 100% on Ange because he got me hyped up and we're going all the way for this. And when he put out that lineup, That's what I'm saying, that we are not serious about this tournament, about this cup. And once again, we're almost close to having another trophyless season. And I am fuming. I am pissed off. Yes, I am. Dylan Spurs, and then Has.
I feel you, Mari, because I was also upset with the results yesterday. It's just this squad, man. This B squad, I think, is the nickname everybody's kind of giving it now. This B squad that we have, they're just not good enough, man. It's just not good enough. I understand yesterday, it's technically the second round, the first game we play, so we considered it our first round. But you got to get up, man. You're playing a rival, technically a rival in Fulham. It's an away game, night game. There's stakes on the line to get into the next round, man. You have to get up for that game. The amount of energy, the slow start we had is unacceptable. That would be unacceptable in a Premier League game, let alone an actual tournament. It's just these players, they're just not good enough, man. They're just not good enough. They don't want to rise up to the occasion, yeah? Whenever it's time to stand up and try to get a spot with the new manager, you see these players start to play a little bit better. But other than that, man, these players can't get up for anything. They can't get up. They can't raise the intensity level. They can't raise their energy. They can't, it's just sad to kind of watch that these players have been sitting here waffling about this club for so long, but yet each year we see a manager try to come in and give them a chance, give them opportunity. Well, I want to see where they're at. I want to see what I can do with them. No, like you said, Mari, you look up the past 3 or 4 years. These players are just simply not good enough. And I think what puts the icing on this cake, going to a big picture, these players have offers. People want these players they want to buy these players. Why are we rejecting these offers? Not getting enough money? The players not agreeing personal terms? I don't know why, but there's people who want to buy these players. And the fact that they're still here and we're not doing good enough business to get these players off the books is insane. And we're about to try to get Ansu Fati on loan. I'm not sure what that does as far as our squad and I think it's like 25 player threshold. I don't know what he does for that. But the fact that we're still trying to buy players, we're talking about buying players, and I think we've only sold, 3 or 4. It's not good enough for me, man. It's not good enough. And then finally getting on to Ange, man. People can try to slide him a pass. He's new here. He's new here. He doesn't really get it. He hasn't seen what we've seen as fans, some fans for the past decade or two, what they've seen from Spurs under Levy. So some people may give him a pass. He's new here. He just wanted to give them the opportunity. But what hurts me as a fan is, like you said, Mari, this is one of our few opportunities to actually win a trophy. And you saw what his mentality was. As much as he said he wants to win trophies and do big things at Tottenham, when it came down to it, he used this as a testing period. He wanted to experiment with the squad. He wanted to see, who's good and I wanted to see who I have. No, that's for the preseason, man. You either do that or preseason, or you wait till we play Fulham in the Premier League. You don't do that for a cup game. Why are you experimenting in a cup game? That doesn't make any sense. Especially in the context that our club hasn't won anything for years. You would think you would want to put your best foot forward for the fans. But when it comes to cup games, I'm ruthless. I want to win. Here's the starting 11. It's the same starting 11 we've been playing. Let's put 2 or 3 on Fulham, another clean sheet, and we move. But no, he wanted to, quote-unquote, experiment. He wanted to see what he has, what these players have inside. And it failed. And it blew up in his face. And hopefully he can learn this lesson that these players are not good enough. They're not good enough to play here. They're not even good enough to be a part of this quote-unquote B squad, right? So how about the players that you don't see are good enough, especially the players that struggled last night, need to be out. And if they're not out by the end of the window, we need to be looking at January. Who wants these players, whether it's permanent deal or on loan? Because we have a really great opportunity to do something great.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
You said what?
sorry to interrupt you for a second, but John, Did I say a slur? I don't think I said a slur. And if I did, I mean,
I didn't
I
hear
would
you say
definitely
one.
apologize. Did you hear me say anything?
No, that's what I'm wondering what the comment was about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People in the chat.
Yeah.
Did I say a slur? I mean, I said hot garbage. I don't think I said slur. But if I did, can you like put it in the chat? Because I don't think I said anything. And
Well,
I
I didn't
mean,
hear anything before I came on the show, so as in
yeah,
anything bad. So I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't hear anything
I'm
either.
not the one to say any racial slurs or any type of slurs. I'm not the one. So I'm like literally, I'm like dumbfounded because I'm like, I don't think I said anything inappropriate. I'm not the type,
Can
but
it,
if I did, please can you please put down what I said because I don't think I said anything, but I don't know. But
can I say one thing? Can we
yeah,
stop with this whole Solomon narrative? Please. Please. Because that was proof.
yeah, he played barely
We
3 minutes
already
in the
saw
league,
proof in
and
the preseason. But can we stop with this Solomon is going to be the same? Absolutely useless. He may pull a couple
but,
of tricks to get away from some defenders that are on his back. But other than that, he's useless. Useless guy. If you want to do
but
tips
someone,
and tricks, the Saudi League's paying. Go over there. But don't come over
but,
here. Like
but
it's
someone could
crazy.
say,
Everyone keeps saying he's the Kulu replacement. He can play out wide instead of Son. He's
yeah,
useless,
no, I
man.
mean, I
He's just a
agree with you
useless
to a
guy.
point.
It's just useless, man.
I agree with you to a point, but maybe someone could say, well, he hasn't got a chance to play with the original 11. Someone can say that. You know, I'm not saying that I agree with them, but someone can say that technically. So, but yeah, has I kind of think I know where you're going, but do tell
All
what
right. So I watched the whole game yesterday. Unfortunately, well, I don't know if anyone saw my reply to the tweet to Spurs official when I saw the line. I was like, too many changes. Now, I think it was kind of predetermined from Ange'S press conference because he said we will make he said something in a phrase of like we will be making changes as in we, which to me implies something else. But and I expected these wholesale changes. Now I have nothing against giving, say, players even like skip minutes in these cup games, even maybe Davies on one side. But you can only tweak like, especially because the back five, for example, has only just come together, right? I'd rather see more of them and see them play more to have, as Alex likes to say, better chemistry. And play people like Højbjerg, who's on his way out. I don't know why he was playing. The front three, I can kind of understand the changes because our front three, let's be honest, has not clicked at all. So to try it out in a cup game, something different, I was actually like to try something different. I know Solomon didn't play well, but I just wanted to see something different. But the back line was a massive calamity, apart from Van der Ven. And the midfield, we kept losing the midfield battle because you have Højbjerg and Skip, who are both so similar. And then you had Lo Celso, who did barely anything. And he got raked off at half time. So it's like it was just complete shambles. I can understand tweaking the team, like maybe 3 or 4 changes to give, say, certain players certain minutes, to give them like a chance. Say 3 or 4 players who might have potential to actually get in the first team. But you get players like Højbjerg minutes. Sanchez is one who's basically they're trying to sell him. Like, I don't understand it. And then on top of that, there's no Europe. So why are you making any changes? It's not like we're resting because we've got European next week.
yeah.
Europa League. And this is what baffled me the most because me and Harry were talking about this on View from the South, and big up View from the South. We're saying, like, why is he making so many changes in like the first 2 weeks of the season, 3 weeks of the season? It's the FA Cup's not till January, so it's not like we have to play in Europe either. So you might as well just play the full team anyway, because we've only got like 6-7 days and then this international break straight after anyway. So it's not like they're going to play much. So it's like it didn't make any sense to me. But I bring this back. I know I'm going to leave a narrative here, but I bring this back to from 2008, 2009. So I've noticed a trend, right? So obviously under Conte, we rested players in the cups. Under Jose, we did reluctantly on his part. Poch, we did. Even, and I say this, even under Martin Joel, I think sometimes we did mixed sides. But predominantly, I think Martin Joel and Ramos gave the cups more respect, I'd say, compared to other managers. Harry Redknapp was probably the first manager who I saw making wholesale changes. But what my theory is once Levy got a taste of Europe, back from Martin Joel and Ramos, he finally won a trophy. After that, he was like, that's it now. Let's just focus on just making European football to make money. So now every cup game, we just rest players.
Okay. Before I go to Dietrich's, if bald was the slur, well, first of all, bald is bald, I guess, here in the States. If bald is, if someone got offended because they're bald, and trust me, we got bald people on our channel, it is still, but if anybody's offended, I do apologize.
No.
How's saying someone's bald
wait,
offensive? I don't know.
Stop. Maury, you're not gonna apologize. If you're bald, go to Turkey and grow some hair. If you feel offended, I don't care. Fuck that. No, fuck this.
Because I didn't even say the C word. I did not say the C word because I know people say bald. I just said bald. I said bald. I said the bald guy. And so I like.
Well, they're being snowflakes, man. Just ignore. Just ignore it.
Yeah. Just like I said, I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. You're talking. I'm still. Look, what did I say? For it to be, because like I said, I don't like to offend anybody. I'll tell the truth, but I don't like when someone accuse you, say a slur. I'm like, well, hold on. You start thinking, what did I say? And so if it's bald, I'm flabbergasted because I'm like, is it bald? Be bald? Like you're bald? But no, thank you, Dietrich's. Thank you, people in the chat, because like I said, I'm just like thinking, like, what did I say?
Maybe people are just offended by anything these days. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah,
You know what? To piss them off more. If you hate that bald cunt, go and and subscribe to this channel. Simple.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know if someone's winding me up.
No,
I said bald. That's all I said. That wouldn't fly in the States. And trust me, there's been people who said some very racial stuff. I should know, being black, but bald. Okay, yeah, Dietrich's.
Yeah, what's up?
Ange take full blame for the cup exit. I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know, when usually before a game, like an hour before a game, everyone gets excited. What is the first 11? Let's see if we take that cup seriously, if we take that game seriously. Tell me one person that saw that 11 that had any confidence we're going to get through. Just one person.
I didn't.
I did personally. When I saw that 11, I really thought that was a joke.
Sorry, can I say something very quickly? The Fati deal's collapse is going to Brighton.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yes.
How did that happen within like 5 minutes?
Who went to Brighton?
No,
Fati's
so Brighton.
Brighton. He's not going to Tottenham.
Brighton just an official bid for Ansu Fati.
Romano's saying that it's happening now, though.
Yeah.
Amari, I got a work call. I gotta hop off real quick. I may jump back on, but I gotta answer this work call. But big up, you guys. Love to all in the chat.
Substitution.
Yeah, substitution. Dietrich is about to give his opinion, which is, does Ange take full blame for the cup exit? Michael, I said, big picture, Levy is involved because squad is a crappy squad. But for last night, it's on Ange. I'm not even bringing up Levy's name. It's on Ange last night.
But can I finish my point quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I was going back to.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So when I saw the 11, personally, I had no confidence. But then when I saw the tactics and those weird formation that personally I thought it was a three at the back, a 4-4-1. I didn't even know what he did. But I don't know what he was thinking. I actually do not know what he was thinking. And the fact is, you play no you then you come after the game and start lying to every fan's face. That's a freaking disgrace, and I'm gonna blame you for this. You said that you didn't know if they were good enough to start or play, but then you gave them a chance, but you don't want to give to a youngster like Valise some minutes. Come on, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, we only played 3 games, and then you take the piss out of everyone after 3 games to play that lineup. Come on, Ash. This is the first. This is his first test. It's not even 3 games. It's his first test, and he already failed. I'm not a manager out in any way, shape, or form, but what he did, it's unacceptable from a top 6 club. It's
I agree.
unacceptable.
I agree. 100% agree. That's how I felt. I felt like he lied to me the day before. I'm like, yo, like, dude, you got me all hyped up. Like if you said that this game tomorrow is going to be an experiment, I'm going to change a lot of things. Then, all right. I mean, I'm still going to be upset because I'm like, why you choose a cup? What the Burnley
Yeah,
game?
but the approach is different, right? The approach is different than if he told that, listen, we have to rotate, Bissouma is tired, whatever, right? Then your approach to the game would be like, as you said, upset, but you would be like more accepting of such outcome, right? Like my biggest issue with this whole thing is that I don't think we needed to, like, 9 changes was unacceptable, but for me, like 2 or 3 players from the starting 11, not even like 6, but 2 or 3, Vicario, Romero, and I don't know, Son in a starting lineup. Those 3 changes, right, and 6 changes that he made would have been enough, easily enough to defeat that Fulham side. I don't think they played any like good football. I don't think they threatened us that much, right? And still, like, 9 changes and we considered an own goal and lost on penalties, right? Which, again, it's Ange's fault, right? Because that's the main question, right? I also blame Ange for this, right? Again, I don't want people to take me in a way that I want him out or whatever, or I'm, willing to like put his head on a spike or whatever, right? It's just that I'm a bit disappointed that it had to be a cup game that we tested this lineup in. Why didn't I would much rather test it against Bournemouth and field our first 11 against Fulham in the cup, right? For me, the cup game is way more important than any Premier League game. I kid you not, even if you played North London Derby before or after this game, I would rather rotate for the NLD and play a full squad in the cup game, right? But yeah.
Can I add something quickly? Just one thing, like a small thing. When you name 3 captains in any sports in the world, you should usually play one of the 3 or 2 or even 3. It doesn't matter. But then you name Ben Davis that you never put a under captain in the squad.
That's the point I forgot. I forgot that point. Not only you didn't have your captain, you didn't have your captain in there. You didn't have your vice captains, Madison, Romero. But look, like I said, I like the guy. I really like the guy, and no one's perfect. No one's perfect. But damn, last night that hurts. I'm sorry, that hurts,
Maury,
man.
if it was like Ryan Mason, I would understand because he's an idiot. But you have been doing this job for a long time, and you try something in the worst league possible to try
Yeah.
against a team that was with down to 10 men and and tied with Arsenal, and you tried that shit.
A
Yeah.
Premier League team. This is not you playing Rochdale FC or
No,
Lodrell. Like you're playing Fulham. Like and those guys, they weren't impressive, you know. But but clearly, if you at least start almost half of the starting 11, all right, we should advance through. And that's why it's a head scratcher. we are going to try to go win this game. No, you didn't. And then Sanchez being third. Like, I researched this. Most managers are the ones who select who's going to kick. How in the world are you have said? I don't blame this on Sanchez. Sanchez like, oh shit, they choose me. Okay. I mean, they choose me. I guess I'm gonna go kick.
I knew he was going to miss as soon as he stepped up.
It was so
It's so
obvious
Tottenham, isn't it?
It's
No,
so
but
obvious
how come?
no, but he shouldn't be taking the penalty.
Yeah, he should be taking the penalty.
No, but you see the problem, guys. Us four knew that he was gonna miss. How come the captain and the coach and the other coaches they couldn't see that? That's the problem that I have. You know that he's not technical. You know he's shit. How can you let him in a crucial penalty take it?
I listen. I saw something about apparently others not wanting to take the pen. Like
That's a lie. That's a lie, man.
But if that's true, then they are pussies, right? They are just.
They need to go.
That didn't. Yeah.
No bottle, basically.
Like, I don't particularly rate Højbjerg, right? But I know he's better at taking pens than Sanchez, right? So why wasn't he the third one taking the pen, right? I understand. Listen, I understand why Pape Sarr and Scarlett weren't taking pens, right? They are kids. You shouldn't be putting such massive pressure on their shoulders, right? Even though Scarlett is a striker, so technically he should be like well prepared to take a penalty, right? But let's put Scarlett and Sarah aside, right? Still, there were other 4 or 5 players that could have taken the pen instead of fucking Sanchez, right? But it was Sanchez. All the other guys, Son, Kulusevski, and Maddison scored their penalties, right? All it took would be for Højbjerg to take one pen, and who else was on the pitch? I think Royal was on the pitch. I think Davies was on the pitch, right? I think
Van der Ven.
no, Perisic was taken off already, right?
Can
Can I say something? I just because
this comment is funny.
I'm just laughing. First, man, we deserve medals. We deserve medals because this club, right? We started 7 points out of the 9. Everybody's celebrating. People maybe get a little bit overzealous, and I will say this: there are a few who are here. I think everybody here has, would even kill because we know who's still up top. They're leaving the board, and this is like icing on the cake. This is icing on the cake. I could have swore Dietrich's put it the Fati low deal.
I'm not even joking. It was said 90% 9 done, and then the same person just tweeted, "Or Brighton just hijacked the deal."
Within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes. But you see how pathetic it is.
Right.
We're able to hijack players from like Danjuma from Everton, but then Brighton hijack players from us, which we are a top 6 club.
But explain to me what Brighton can hijack. Explain to me.
Apparently, De Zerbi was inside. In fact, that I read. But
I don't give a fuck. Just slap a 4 million add-on, whatever. Just make
It's
it.
London. It's London and Brighton.
it's just what I read. I'm not saying
on a loan, right? The issue is it's a loan. It would be a different thing if we approach for a loan and they wanted to buy him straight up, right? That's a different thing. But they are also trying to loan the guy. Like, fuck's sake. You want to tell me that we cannot financially, like, just smash Brighton out of the picture? Like, let's be honest about it. Like,
oh man,
Zerbi, right?
No, Brighton have like 200 million to spend.
No, the line.
Money.
Yeah, but are we at the point where Brighton is a preferred destination for Ansu fucking Fati?
Because they play in Europe.
Yeah,
Don't
because
forget.
they play in Europe. Yeah, but
and they're a better run.
Also, against De Zerbi, he's more of an attractive manager than Ange. I'm sorry to say.
No, no. It's not a bad. It's not a bad thing. De Zerbi has a reputation. Ange, nobody knows him yet.
And that's what
Just started.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah,
Every comment is completely fair.
look, the very fact that Valentin Barco from Boca Juniors, which now look like it's be hijacked by Manchester City, get this kid. Man, I give up. But Brighton is trying to get him for 10 mil. Man City's like, no. We're gonna put him with Julian Alvarez, his compart. Like the rich get richer. But for Brighton to even they smart. They know. Oh yeah, De Zerbi. Like this is where our club has gone. And I said this in June. Yes, all right, we hired Big Edge. But that magic wand did not change Daniel Levy and the Spurs standing. Like the truth hurts. We are still laughed at. The reason why Bayern, those journalists, they made fun of us. They disrespected us. They don't respect us. They don't.
But Murray, before others should respect you, you should respect yourself first. Our fans don't even respect the club. So why the others should respect us? Think about it.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
By the way,
Like
I was super hyped for Ansu Fati for one reason only. Because if we got Ansu Fati, that would mean that we are not getting Brennan fucking Johnson. He's like seriously, I really wanted Ansu Fati so that we don't waste 50 million on another Richarlison. But I think we are going to go through with the Brennan Johnson thing.
What really worries me about Brennan Johnson is just he's not prolific.
He
Can I
doesn't. In my opinion,
can I just another transfer? We're linked to the Conor Gallagher too.
Yeah, I saw that today actually. Yeah.
Levy, we need a fucking defender, mate. We
need
need a center back. We need a left back. We need a left back to compete with Udoji so that I don't have to watch Ben Davies getting spun like a prima donna. Like,
where's he gone?
Bye, Mari.
Hey guys, I'm hosting this show now.
Michael, would you say a defender is more important than a midfielder?
Because I think a midfielder definitely. Because I think a forward and a center back are of equal priority. Just because I think we have a literal waste of space in Richarlison up front, so we need another striker, right? I also don't get why we are looking at wingers when we don't have anyone to compete with Richarlison, unless they plan on using Veliz, right? But it's. For me, center back and a striker should be a priority. Why do we?
Thing is, can we bring in a center back like Timber? I know it's a bit like off the cuff yet. Someone that can play either side, and then a striker that can play on the wings as well.
Bring his brother from Feyenoord.
Yeah, is his brother good? I don't know.
No, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's good, but he's younger. He's more like rough and unpolished yet, right?
Just someone like that who can play all across the back four at least, because then you have.
I think. I just said it for banter because he's more of a midfielder rather than.
Do you get? No, the best option that can play all across would be Hincapie, left back.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually.
That would be perfect.
Sorry.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Hincapie would be absolutely perfect. I don't believe for a second the rumors that Leverkusen want 40 million for him. They wanted 80 in January, so why the fuck would they want 40 right now? Especially because the guy signed a new contract in January. So like,
and look at Caicedo. His price almost doubled from January to the summer, which is mental.
It doesn't make sense that they apparently want 40. But that guy from Feyenoord with like a really strange surname, Gertruida, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Is it the black Netherlands
player? With like a neck beard.
Yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah. He looks kind of funny, but he is freaking good, and he can play right back and center back, right, and left back most likely, right, because he's a player from Netherlands. They are all technical. I don't think he would mind playing on the left, right? Same thing with Timber. Timber is predominantly a right-sided defender, right? But he played on the left for Arsenal without any issues. So, it's really like our transfer priorities are stupid for me. I don't get it. Like,
for me, we should get a midfielder because we're gonna lose Sar and Basuma this January.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. Although, like, if I'm correct, I think it's like 4 games at maximum.
Yeah, but their countries are good, so they're gonna go to the next rounds.
Mali not really, right? But Cameroon definitely will go.
No, he's Mali, and the other one is Senegalese.
Yeah, Senegal. Senegal will definitely
Is
go.
Basuma Malian? Is it
Yeah,
Malian?
Mali.
Yeah.
Mali and
Mali, they have a good team.
And Senegal, isn't it?
Yeah, Senegal, they're gonna go to the finals, so that's why I'm saying we need midfielders.
It's most likely going to be 3 games both, at least, right? Missing. So,
but 3 games with Skip and Højbjerg, that's too much.
yeah, but I think Bentancur will be back by then, right? But it's Bentancur, Bissouma, and one of those bumps will be playing behind them. So
I think we'll be all right with that, though. Like, you could probably get away with it for like a few games.
Like Højbjerg and Skip were so bad against.
I don't think you can play them together. Like, I don't know if you to watch what I said before I came. You can't play them together. You need to pick either one of them, and then the other 2 have to be Maddison, Bissouma, Sarr, Bentancur, like one of those, like 2 of those 4. I think you'll be all right. But if you play Skip and Højbjerg like last night, it's just a car crash.
But can I just say, when people said Skip was better than Winks, I never believed they're the same level. They're both bank average at best. They are so bad, it's unbelievable. They're so shit. Being bad, it's nice, but being shit, that's more disrespectful. I've never seen a midfielder that hides from the ball like Skip does. What he did yesterday was arguably one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life.
Alongside Højbjerg, it was also one of his worst.
Yeah.
The issue was that because a lot of people also blame Lo Celso, but I don't want to excuse him because Lo Celso also didn't show anything like special, right? But the issue was that the ball he never received the ball because both Højbjerg and Skip can only pass sideways or backwards, right? They physically can't pass forwards, or when they do, they just overshoot the pass, right? So I don't want to excuse Lo Celso, but he played alongside 2 players that have not an ounce of creativity.
But Michael, usually when you're a World Cup player, you play with the best team arguably in the world with Argentina, and you cannot open yourself to get the ball, receive the ball, you're part of the problem. I know they're not good. Trust me, I know. But you should be at least present. Come in the midfield if you're not getting the ball. Do something.
Completely right. It's again, I don't want to excuse him. It's just it was another problem because I think when we watched Lo Celso against Barcelona, I know it was a friendly, right? But he played with Bissouma in midfield, right? And I think Skip played. So it was Skip, Lo Celso, and Bissouma. And Bissouma, with his ability to receive the ball from the defense, run with it, dribble past players, right? It actually made Lo Celso active. Like, he had the space to receive the ball and do his thing, right? Whereas it was really strange because with Bissouma, Skip, and Lo Celso against Barcelona, we played in that 4-3-3 setup where Bissouma was the lone 6. Whereas against Fulham, it felt as if both Højbjerg and Skip played as 6s, right? And Lo Celso was isolated as a 8-10, however you want to call it, right? But the issue is both of those 6s can't progress with the ball. They can't pass forwards, right? So, again, as you said, if Lo Celso was really good, he would drop into the midfield and just take the ball off them, right? Literally, stand 3 feet from them, receive the ball and carry with it. But he didn't do it, right? I read somewhere that he apparently ran 1 kilometer less than anybody else in the team, except for the goalkeeper, of course, right? Maybe that's why he got hooked too, because I seriously couldn't see the guy in the game.
He did nothing, didn't he? Yeah.
It's such a pain in the ass, this game against Fulham.
This game showed how much we're bad. It just showed.
Yeah, it's similar to I know it might be a strange comparison, and I'm making it just for the sake of it, but it kind of feels like when we were under Pochettino and we had a really good 11. I'm not saying this 11 is anywhere.
No. Michael, you're spot on, because that's what I was thinking as well.
again, this 11 has nothing like on that 11 under Pochettino. They were fucking godlike, right? But this 11, it's good, right? It's exciting. You can actually watch them with enjoyment, right? The issue is whenever you turn to your bench, there is nothing there, not a single.
I mean, Emerson. What do you think of Emerson last night, Dietrich and Michael?
He was fucking trash.
He was so bad. Honestly.
Can I just say,
horrible to watch.
Someone needs to do a DNA test on Emerson because I don't believe he's Brazilian. I don't believe it. Someone needs to remove his passport. He is not Brazilian. He is. I don't know where he's from. He is the worst player I've ever seen in my life. Arguably one of the worst. I don't know what he's good at. He can't defend, he can't attack. And even that inverted role, he can't even do it properly.
It was so strange because like against Brentford, he kind of contributed to that midfield. I'm not saying he was brilliant or anything, but at least you could see him being involved in the game, right? Against Fulham, he was just fucking nowhere. Again, I don't know what happened. And by the way, he was so slow. I don't know if he was playing with an injury or he had a pulled muscle, whatever. I have no clue what the issue was. But he didn't run at all. He wasn't running, right? He was just standing there like a pine cone, right? It's nothing exciting about the guy, right?
I think the issue is with these sorts of players, right? And I kind of race back because you mentioned Pochettino, Michael, right? Is that when you play one or two of these players with the rest of the 11, you can get away with it. Like with Emerson in the first game of the season, you get away with playing him at right back instead of Porro. But when you play a whole load of them, like the whole 11 changes, they all just show up as how bad they are.
But even the thing that the thing I didn't get. Usually Perisic he thrives when there's a fullback that's pacey like Reguilon or Udogie. But then you put Ben Davies, someone that never overlaps or makes itself like open to receive a pass or cross the ball. But what are you thinking? Honestly, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't get that team selection. Like seriously, I think like this 11 that we fielded, right? Take out Forster, Sanchez, and for example Skip, right? And bring in Sar, Romero, and Vicario in their place, right? This team is winning against that Fulham team like easily, right? With all due respect to Fulham, but I seriously don't think they played well, right? I know they beat us, whatever, right? But you don't even have to play those players for 90 minutes, right? You can
play them for 60 minutes.
Yeah, 60. Just play them for 60, 50 minutes, whatever, right? Then substitute Romero for Sanchez when we are 1-0 up, right? Or at least when we are at 0-0 and you have to rest Romero, right? Assuming that you have to rest him. But it was literally the worst team selection probably that we could do with all the players that we have at our disposal, right? And as I'm not even talking about like whether they want to play or not. It was also like profile-wise. I think that they didn't just suit each other, right? What we said about Højbjerg and Skip, they are too similar. They are too scared to make progressive passes, right? With Ivan Perisic and Solomon, I think especially Perisic really likes to play with that overlapping or underlapping fullback, right? Davies wasn't doing that, so Perisic was automatically isolated on the left side, right? I'm not even going to mention Sanchez and Royal on that right side because they were feasted by the Cordova Reed and Robinson. Like, it's not even that they are playing against some world-class left wingers or left backs, but the way that Robinson spun Sanchez like in 25th minute or whatever was absolutely hilarious, right?
Honestly, did you see that chance that Emerson kicked it over? I was just like, my hands were I was like this, literally. I was like, no, but why did you shoot? Kulusevski's like right there, and then just shoots. And I'm just like, what are you doing, mate?
Even the arrogance to take that shot with your weak foot. Come on, man.
It was literally criminal. I was
like, I'm a defender. If I'm in that position, I would never take the shot because I know it's going over the bar. I know for a fact. So why did you take that chance, man?
Yeah.
I actually don't get it with these. They really think they're that good. They really think they're that good, honestly. Every day he's getting cussed for chicken royale or fake Brazilian or all these insults, but he still does dumb shit. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's really strange because usually, like when you watch bad players, they are too scared to do, like with Højbjerg and Skip, it's true, right? But most of the times it's usually that they are too scared to do anything and you want them to do something creative, right? With Royale, it's completely the opposite. Just do the basics, right? Do the basics right. Stop like blasting it over the bar from 30 meters or, doing those stupid, like, backheel passes to no one, right? Or those no-look idiotic passes that there is this one TikToker gif, especially like famous when he literally did a no-look pass and like kicked it out of the field, right? It's just do the basics, man. Like focus on simple things, and he would contribute more than doing all those like stupid things. One in 100, it will work out, right? And then you will be like, oh,
how amazing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, how amazing. Like he scored against Brentford, right?
Yeah.
Like he landed it really well, right? But it's 1 in 100, and other 99 times he's just blasting it over the bar, right? So it's really just overcomplicating things, and yeah, it's with with Royale. It's that, right? And I think the worst thing that happened in that game was that Højbjerg shot when he pretty much had an open goal. And
oh my god, that was
Jesus Christ, that was like the biggest issue is that Højbjerg last season would score that, right? He scored 5 goals, but what the hell was that shot? He completely missed it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to at least hit the target with that. Like you said, last season he would definitely scored or hit the target. But our midfield was a massive problem yesterday, and our defense was a massive problem.
Murray, if you're a listener or someone from Tottenham, they goes like waiting in the background and he cannot join because none of us can add him.
Yeah, I can't add anyone.
Yeah. Can you please tell Maurice or someone to add him because he just told me he's in the background waiting.
Who's this? Sorry.
Brian Diggle's waiting in the background.
Oh, all right. Okay.
It would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice if someone from Tottenham way up it because we can't even end the show if we want to, right?
Like you can't even join.
I can't even end the show. Is that Stel?
It's Stel.
Stel, mate, is that you?
It says I'm still standing.
Boy, I swear, man. So we couldn't end the show. We couldn't do anything.
Like if it comes to it, we'll just leave, right? And they will leave the show running. But
then there'll be like no one in the show. It'll just be like 0 people. It'll just be like an empty box thing.
Oh, bloody hell!
I don't know what's happened to Maury. Is his internet completely down? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I think his internet just died, right?
And unfortunately, guys, in the comments, I can't bring any of them up. I don't have any authority of that. Sorry, I would have brought some of the comments up, but I can't do anything.
Yeah. You guys, okay.
Oh, it's JP. All right, okay. Come to save the day. Okay.
Yeah.
JP, can you add Brian?
I will be there. Read the comment. I will be there. So, guys, we are going to sign anyone in the window because it's just getting ridiculous.
If we sign Brennan Johnson, it's like we're signing Richarlison. For me, it's a pointless signing. So it might as well we sign no one. If we sign Brennan Johnson,
I don't have anything personal against Brendan Johnson, right? And I don't think he's particularly
Brian,
bad.
right?
Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah.
I think I'm just winging it at this point, so I don't.
Brian, you're muted.
Yeah.
Brian, you're on mute.
You're winging it.
Yeah.
It's like with Brennan, and I ranted about him on plenty of channels, right? But I have nothing personal against him. I don't think he's a bad player per se, right? But the issue I have with him is that he completely doesn't suit the system, right? Our system is based on like quick exchanges of passes, intricate, creative plays, right? And we are going to buy the guy who's basically a pace merchant, and every ball that gets played to him just bounces off him, right? He's not a good, creative player. He's really good when you just blast the ball over the defense's shoulders and he has to run onto it and finish the chance, right? He's good at it, actually, right? But we are not playing that system. He's a good player for Nottingham Forest. He would be a good player for Contes. He would be a good player for Contes. Do
you think it's a club signing, Michael? Though, because I've been told this, by the way, by someone like a year ago or two ago, that the club been watching Brendan Johnson for a long time. It's
all right, sorry, I'm just sorry. Sorry, Paz, I think I've forgot your bloody name. I'm so fucking. I'm going to speak now very quickly because then I'm going to go on Tottenham on tour and just go absolutely batshit crazy because the mood I'm in, I really could get Tottenham away cancelled, and I'd rather risk getting my own channel cancelled. The channel that the boys work hard on. I take it you've heard all the news just now. What's happened with Fati?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard this.
Shut on by a single. Shut on by a single.
This football club that go out to Fulham, that then come out, are in a deal to sign Ansu Fati. 99% done. 99% done. I was doing an update on We Are Tottenham TV, and we're talking how this club said we're only getting one, Brennan Johnson or Fati. This fucking dickhead fan base, this dickhead fan club, this dickhead club. Believe this shit. Believe it. 99% sure. Worked everywhere else in the entire world means it's a done deal. Within 10 minutes, someone in Barcelona has turned down Tottenham Hotspur to go to Robert De Zerbi's Brighton, who have made European football for the first time. And now the Brennan Johnson deal is on the verge of collapse. People believe this owner. People come and have goes and get personal with people like me and Stel. Vile abuse. What's happening now?
It's a fucking
Where is this football club? Where is this football club now? You want to talk? Did Big Ange screw up yesterday? Well, apparently Big Ange just spoke to Fati and said you're an integral part of my team.
Within 5 minutes, he's gone somewhere else.
See ya. I probably just spoke to Emerson and all the other people that know what a dick is running this football club. This is a football club. So,
it's not really a football club, is it? It's a social experiment.
This club is literally, we are pathetic. People that stand for it are pathetic. People that swallow the bullshit. Well done. Well done. What's the excuse this time? See? And you know what? Let Mr. Post Office. Here we go. Laughing stock again. But please do register your interest in that pink shit shirt. Go pump your money and get the third away kit.
That's
Go
pink.
do it. Pink,
I don't know
brown,
what colour it
salmon, taupe, grey, whatever the fucking bullshit
I think
it
it's
is.
disgusting. I
was there yesterday. It's horrific. This football club is on life support, and the owners of this football club have fucking signed "Do Not Resuscitate." Until these fans stand up and do something, this bullshit will continue. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. People stand for this bullshit. And it will continue happening until they've gone. Now, like I said, I'm going over to Tottenham on tour now because now I can be as explicit as I want. I'm not going to do it on Tottenham away where you guys have worked too hard Guys, Mari, we will have this chat.
Yeah.
Daniel Levy, go fuck yourself. And as always, Levy out.
Leave me
Right,
out.
Ryan,
Yeah.
my gut is saying hi.
Big
I
up
brought
to
this especially for you.
Chicks left.
JP's going as well. We silence.
But no, he was holding it down.
Yeah, the
Just-
four.
Yeah, what happened?
I can't. My computer, my Mac just went, and I was like, "What the hell? Did Daniel Lee get to my computer?" But I think you has Michael Dietrich for holding it down, and the TJ's here. Thank you guys for holding it down, because man,
No worries,
this
man.
last 24 hours have been bad, and just the icing on the cake. Because while I was rebooting, I'm just looking like it starts like a tidal wave. It starts like a tidal wave now, and you know there are people, not here. There are people that says we're good again, and when they say we're good again, it didn't mean like 7 out of 9 points. It's just that now, do you trust Levy? Now, do you trust the board? We're in a good place. And I'm like, no. We just hired a good manager, got us off to a good start, played different football, but Daniel Levy and the board are still in charge. They're still in. It's almost like, yeah, when the good things happen, and then bam, bam, these things come, exit from the cup, and then today, there's not a Spurs fan that can say, "Oh, it's Brighton, right? It's Brighton, right? Who do it the right way, right? The way that we want to do it, right? They
I was gonna
have
say, are we trying to copy them, Maury? Apparently.
apparently, because we have what do you call it? Moneyball. We have analytics.
Yeah.
We are the analytics club. Apparently, this this is this is you couldn't write the script up like tomorrow, TJ. I got nothing. I mean, literally, it's gonna be making fun of Spurs tomorrow. Basically,
You don't need to run. You need to run a show, Mari. That's the thing, is that the show writes itself.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
Something
North
will happen
London is ours.
tomorrow, and then we'll look even more stupid. That's probably what will
Yeah,
happen.
no, give it time. And Spurs, like, look, I've been getting bantered. Okay, I got absolutely put on a spit after we drew to 10-man Fulham, and then you guys lost on pens away. And you can blame Ange for that. Stop. Anybody who is giving Ange a free pass on that, you might as well just be a Levy inner, because you're blaming the manager for a problem that's been a part of this club for 3 years now going. So yeah, no. And by the way, I want to mention this. It's funny that, when you guys were busy, winning 2 and drawing, was anybody talking about Levy?
No. Well,
thank you.
Not as much.
Now they are. So
you know what the funny thing is, right? I started doing this whole YouTube thing. I mean, I don't have my own YouTube channel, but coming on to like different shows, etc., right? 1.5 years ago, right? And ever since I started doing that, right, it never, like, none of these shows were ever about like the match itself and only the players, right? There is always a fucking bigger picture with this club, right? You can't just talk about the football, right? You have to talk about Levy, you have to talk about fan base. And listen, those are issues that should be talked about, right? I'm not saying that we shouldn't be talking about it, but I just wish for once we lost to Fulham and all we had to talk about was individual players' performances, why we did that substitution, not that substitution, right? But you see how quickly it fucking changes to talking about TV, to talking about, like, the ownership, the why managers are doing what they are doing. It's not because always because of like
spawn, mate.
This and that, right? For that short period of those 3 games, I actually felt a bit relieved that I didn't have to talk about Levy,
Winning
right?
will do that.
Yeah, it felt for 3 games, 3 fucking games, 3 games honeymoon period, right? That it's actually like kind of looking okay. It's kind of looking like I can focus on football now. I don't have to think about Liga. I don't have to think about this, that, and the other, right? But here we are back again. Like we lost to fucking Fulham in Carabao Cup, and here we are. It's this and that. And again, I'm not like blaming anyone for talking about Liga. It's just sometimes it's tiring in a sense that I would love to talk about football only, right? I would love to welcome you to the show and just talk with you about, listen, TJ, what's your opinion on this player like playing today, right? And you would be like, nah, Højbjerg was fucking shit today. And in some imaginary world, I would be, nah, Højbjerg was good today, right? Of course, that's never going to happen, right? But you get the point, right?
Yeah.
It's disheartening. It's
I
honestly.
mean, it is really disheartening, but at the same time, it's just like, winning resolves all issues, and that's one thing I did not hear, and I wasn't shocked at all because we were Kroenke out, we were Arteta out when we lost our first 3 or 4 games 2 years ago, right? And we started winning, and then all of that went away. You get second place, and for most of the fan base, all of that goes away. Winning resolves a lot of issues, but when and Stel said this yesterday, and I actually agree with Stel, which I hate saying. I actually need to go take a shower after I get done saying this. Is that Ange has to take the blame on this one, and your season is over already. There is no rebuild.
Thank you.
There is no rebuild.
Like the whole day.
There's no rebuild, guys. It's the same stuff. Pasacaglu, he might play attacking football, and that's fine, but he's still towing the party line, guys.
I was going to ask TJ, do you think he's a puppet as well?
Yeah, what?
Do you think he's a puppet?
I mean, you saw the game yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still throwing out your dead wood. And I don't know whether that was so. And all I kept hearing, sorry guys, I didn't come, and I'll save some of this for tomorrow, Mari, don't worry. Is that all we heard from Spurs fans is, oh man, look at how good Ange'S in front of the microphone, how he isn't dealing in front of the press. That was a disaster class press conference where he's saying, oh, well, I want to bring out these players and see what they can do. I think the rest of the Spurs fan base, or most of the Spurs fan base, has seen what these guys can do for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
You guys know their shit. You're like, these guys, here's the thing that I can't believe is like the ownership treats your fan base like you guys are a bunch of soft-headed idiots. Like it's actually insane. Like, I'm not going to say I feel bad for you, but long may it continue. But Jesus, like, it is unbelievable. And the fact that there aren't more people lining up with guys like Stel, guys like Brian, is maddening to the average football fan. It's maddening to Arsenal fans almost.
To say what
you
is
saw
TJ?
Lee Gunner. I mean, you saw Lee Gunner, like 3 or 4 months ago, went on a tirade about how Daniel Levy is ruining the sport.
Yeah.
So
and he's an Arsenal fan.
He's an Arsenal fan.
TJ, your fans were singing in a North London derby last season at Tottenham Hotspur, your owners is shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and our owners are the Cronkies.
And your owners, yeah, exactly. And your owners are the Cronkies, yeah. And then you have what I'm saying, the problem with the Spurs fan base is it's too soft. So like you look at Arsenal, when they protest, we get there's thousands of people down the high street. It's like bonkers. You see at Chelsea, even they were protesting, in massive numbers. You see United, they invaded the pitch. The Spurs fans, they won't do anything. That's the problem. They won't do anything. We don't do anything. Like I'm not saying anything against Daigle or Stel. I've been to protests as well, but I'm just saying I can't imagine Spurs fan base coming in because obviously to make a massive difference, you need thousands and thousands of people, and the only reason Kroenke changed is because the amount of protests they had. Eventually, didn't someone make a bid for Arsenal or something? I can't remember who it was.
Well, they were talking about the owner of Spotify and Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
And
suddenly Kroenke got scared. He's like,
bid.
"Oh no, I have to do something now." And then suddenly they changed their tune a bit. But
they changed their tune and they started spending a lot of money. And you can make fun of us about how we spent it, but
You
they
forced
spent the
them to
money.
You forced them to do
Yeah.
it,
Big
basically.
up Tony, Big Tone.
Big
Both,
Tone.
thank you for the super chat. He says, "Where fucking Wonder can see that those players." Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder can see that those players are shit. Edge doesn't have to play them. Tony, I'm with you, man. Big Tone, I'm with you, and um, I. Well, here's the thing. I don't think we're going to win the FA Cup, and you're not trying to look at things on the positive side, but I just
Has to be said.
and season's over in regards to that. Now, in regards to the top four, the top five, the top six, top seven, it's really going to be on a game by game basis. You know, people are going to go, but it's just this is just such a sour taste. Like, I mean, it's like, you know, it's almost like self-sabotage. Like, why?
Mm.
Why? I think Iggy made a video earlier, like today. It's like, why? Why? You know, like
Yeah.
Pastor says, like why, Ange? Like, it's like, why? Like, I mean, we have a long season left. We got 35 games left. You know, top four is not a trophy for me. You know, let alone top
It's a
six.
good stepping stone.
But
It's a
he
good
basically told
stepping
us in his
stone, right?
press conference what he was going to do. In his first press conference, he said, "We want to get this club back into Europe." So he
Has
basically
to.
told us without saying it that he was going to rest players. I'm not
Has
saying
to.
he's right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
I
Would
have
you imagine
no
January?
I
When
have no issue. I have no issue with Europe, like Europa League,
Mm.
Champions League, being a target for one
Mm.
season, right? It's a good stepping stone, in my opinion. You can't just go from 8th to winning the Premier League, right? Unless you spend 600 million. Although no, Chelsea did it and they ended up 12th, right? But you can treat Europe as a stepping stone, right? You can treat it as this season we will finish 6th, right? We'll aim to finish 6th. Next season we'll aim to finish 4th. Next season we'll aim to challenge. Next season we'll aim to win, right? Just
Yeah, that's
as an example,
understandable.
right?
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with that. By the way, like two things with protests I want to say, right? I kid you not, if Tottenham wasn't an English club, like if Tottenham was a Polish club, oh fuck me, that stadium would be burning already, right? With how the owners are treating the fan base, right? With how things are going, with the potential of this club. Let's not kid ourselves. The financial potential of this club is huge, right? It's just not being realized, right? And it's really strange, but I can say that if Tottenham was a Polish club, this would happen, whatever, right? And I can blame the English culture, whatever. But as you said, Has, Chelsea were protesting, Arsenal were protesting, Manchester United were protesting. So it's not really about the English culture then, right? So
No, it's about Tottenham.
what is the reason that it's our fan base that doesn't want to protest, right? And it's not like we have plastic fans, right? You can see it every single away day. We are the loudest in the stadium, right? Unless it's like a North London derby or whatever, right? Fulham yesterday, I didn't hear them sing once, right? It was all Spurs fans. We have loyal,
Yeah, big up to them. Big up.
Arteta fans, right? That don't take shit. And why the hell do we have 500 people on protests about ticket prices, which wasn't organized by Brian and Stell, right? So even if you want to like attribute the low numbers to them too, for some reason, right? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make fucking sense. That's one thing I wanted to say. And the second thing with Ange, right? I don't get the idea when you have such a fickle fan base that goes from zeros to ones so quickly, right? We as Spurs fans are so good at going from we are going to do this, that this player is this and that to it's fucking shit, get him out, it's
so
never
true. It's
anything
so true.
in between,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
with such a fickle fan base, why the fuck are you sacrificing a Carabao Cup game, right? It as I said, it means more to me than the North London derby coming in 3 weeks, right? It means more to me than anything that we treat this competition with the respect that it deserves, right? I want us to fight for a Carabao Cup. I know it's a Mickey Mouse Cup for different clubs, but I want us to fight for this cup. And
You
it's
got
just
people in your own chat calling it a Mickey Mouse Cup. That's ridiculous.
Are you guys stupid?
It's the last trophy we won.
Well, Michael, I'll say this because I thought this was a Tottenham fan. This is an Arsenal fan, and I'm gonna go Rio Ferdinand.
And I disagree with him.
And I'm gonna go Rio Ferdinand. First of all, for our club, right now, a legit trophy. I'm not talking about Tiger, Crouching Tiger trophy,
Tiger Cup,
Hardy Cup, BMW trophy, whatsoever. Right? This has been lasting over 30, 40, 50 years, right? Right? Manchester City, if they take it seriously, they've won it 4 straight before United won it last season. If they're taking it seriously, it is a important cup to have. Yes, it's the 4th lowest in because Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, and then you have FA Cup. Like so, it's especially for us, it's important to win that trophy. Let alone Arsenal, yeah, they finished 2nd, right? I agree with Rio Ferdinand. United tasted glory. You guys didn't taste any glory because you didn't hold any trophy up until the Community Shield, if you count that. So,
Not a trophy.
So for you guys, you should have took those domestic cups seriously. Because if you don't again win the league, right, and no one's picked you guys to win the Champions League, if you guys don't take the Carabao Cup or FA Cup seriously, and you go once again with 0 cups, hello, that's a disappointing year. The reason you play is to win stuff, to win trophies, That's what Rio Ferdinand clapped back at Don Robbie to say, no, you did not have a successful season. You don't get a trophy for finishing 2nd. So United didn't have a better year than Arsenal because they got to hold a trophy. Yes, it's the Mickey Mouse trophy, but it's a legit recognized trophy. They held something. I didn't see anything from Arsenal last season.
Yeah, it's the
But
same
this
thing.
is why Kane left, Maury. He literally
Yes.
said it in his quotes. He wanted to win trophies at Tottenham. He didn't win any trophies. So this is last night is one of the reasons why he left.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the same thing like when we were like ruled out of the Conference League, right? When you remember we had those COVID cases, whatever, right? And there were so many fans saying, "I'm happy that we are out."
Yeah,
of this
yeah,
league,
yeah.
we
And I
can
didn't get
focus
There are a
on this
lot of
game."
prominent voices on YouTube saying that too.
Fuck's sake, it's a European competition. It's a stepping stone, right? It's so.
Well, here's the thing, Michael, is that those same people would have, if you guys had won that competition,
they'll be
they would
never
be
shut
on
up.
the double. They would be on the double-decker bus. They would be. They'd be ordering the
me
double-decker buses themselves.
I'm gonna drop a bomb.
It's hypocrisy. It's all over the place. Go ahead, Mari.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna drop a bomb. I know the way we got eliminated of the Conference League because of wanting the rescheduling, but you guys do know when you win the Conference League, you get points. You get coefficient points.
You go into European League, don't you?
Yeah, and
And you
it's
go in the Europa
actually
League.
surprisingly it's high. Those coefficient points would have currently had us with a chance to play with the new and improved, and the big clubs want to win this, especially Real Madrid, the Club World Cup that's going to be happening in 2025 in the United States. Everybody's trying to get into that. Even Inter Miami with Messi, they're trying to get Ronaldo. They're trying to get into that. Who's going to be the first team club to win the Club World Cup? That's going to be in the United States. There's going to have each clubs for the Confederation. Europe gets to bring, I think, 12 teams coefficient wise.
Can't wait
right?
for that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It will be a blast watching it, right? I know that. I know
Oh,
there will
I'm
be
going.
mismatches.
I'm going to games.
Yeah.
I know there will be mismatches, right, in that competition, but still, it's
huge. And Tottenham is going to miss out because we're not playing any European competition this year, or have a chance to have a chance to win,
Mari, but
And so the team that wins the European Conference League gets so much coefficient. You get points for winning your group stage in the Conference League. So people shouldn't be making making fun of the Conference League, because it actually helps you for that new 4-year tournament, the Club World Cup.
yeah, by the way, here we go on Fati, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Like,
done.
yeah.
Not
That
looking
was
forward
fun
to,
while it
not-
lasted.
I wasn't looking forward to playing Brighton before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly disheartening, right? But yeah, it's like, as you said, Mari, right? With Conference League, coefficient points or not, right? It's a trophy, right? Why? I'm a relatively new fan, right? I didn't I didn't even get to experience the pot years, right? Let that fucking sink in. Sorry, I chose Spurs after the Champions League final, right? One of the first Premier League games that I watched was Brighton, 3-0 when Pochettino got sacked, right? I started watching Spurs when Mourinho got appointed, pretty much, right? And then COVID happened, all that stuff, right? So I didn't even get to experience Pochettino, right? And from my perspective, when I see fans of this club that's going like this, right? Disregarding all the stepping stones that can slowly bounce you back, right? Like getting into a Conference League, going far into it, possibly winning it, right? You can banter Tottenham however you want, but if we were in the Conference League, we would be one of the strongest sides in there, right? I don't think that's a debate, right? So this stepping stone, like Conference League, like Carabao Cup, can bounce you back to those years of Pochettino, right? It is a stepping stone that can launch you somewhere, right? Without it, we are just dropping. We are always going to be dropping. And you are going to see Aston Villa pipping us to players, Brighton pipping us to players. Brentford will probably soon be of higher status than Tottenham if we don't treat competitions with the respect that they deserve, right? And clearly, with the Carabao Cup that just happened, we don't treat those competitions with respect, right? It's not logical for me, right? Listen, I chose Spurs. I'm not going to change, right? But sometimes I'm like, fuck's sake, like that Champions League run baited me into supporting Spurs pretty much, right? I'm in love with this club. I love the culture. I love the people that I met, etc., right? But it's so disheartening how this fan base cannot get its priorities straight. The priority right now should be getting to Europe, should be fighting for Carabao Cup, right? Should be aiming to be in Europa League or Conference League. But it's either fans just going like apologizing for Bibi for anything, right? They will just say that he's never at fault, right? Or some other idiot saying that we should be winning the Premier League instantly, right? Right now we have to win the league. How? Why? Like with what? It's people have to understand it's gradual improvement, right?
Well,
You have to go through the
But
process.
Michael, we've
thing.
disregarded the cup since the 2000s, really, the late 2000s, I'd say.
Right. And Michael, you also have to realize the people that you're listening to and take it with a grain of salt. You are on YouTube.
Yeah,
okay?
of course.
You're not like you're going to hear the most extreme opinions, and having an opinion that is what people would call rational or has room for improvement or whatever. That isn't one extreme or the other. You're right in the middle. Moderate's the word I'm looking for. You're not going to get views. So it's all those people that are going out there being like, oh yeah, no, we got to win the trophy now. Like look, I'm not an Arteta backer. He's actually like, if he does certain things this weekend, I am gonna lose it. But I got absolutely lambasted when I said, well, Arteta's improved the club. Like literally, that's all I said. From 8th to 5th to 2nd. That's all I said is, he has improved the club. So, the next step is winning the league. So I'm not Arteta out yet. And I just got absolutely Like that is the people that you're dealing with. So don't try to like Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Don't try
I don't even have
to bring like an incremental view there. Otherwise, it's just like people are gonna roast you. And look, like Michael, I think you should have your own YouTube channel, in my opinion. You know, I'm a fan. I've been a fan since before I came on YouTube, and I created my YouTube channel. But yeah, man, just like have that perspective. Don't back away from what you're saying. But yeah, like people on here, they're just looking for clicks. Like Mari, he's out here looking for clicks. Still, I'm just kidding. No, it's one of those things where people will just say the most extreme thing, and it's not. They'll say the most extreme thing for clicks and not try to base their opinion in actual reality. So
unfortunately, TJ, some Spurs fans. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No. I was just gonna say. You remember the time Willen was on his way to Spurs? He was actually in the car.
Yeah. I remember that.
And they did the U-turn. The medical. He did the medical with Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm looking at this because I refreshed my Twitter. It's like pending medical Fati to Spurs, and then when I refresh, oh no, here we go.
Right.
I'm not calling Perchie out for this, but when we had our rivalry show yesterday, he literally said the title of it was $50 million for Brandon Johnson. I'm like, that has not happened. That has not happened. None of that has
the deal collapsed? That's what David said. The Brandon Johnson deal
No. So if I put something like Declan Rice confirmed, that means Fabrizio Romano is saying it, and I'm going to put it on. Like I'm not a clickbaity. Well, I am a little bit of a clickbaity guy, but it's based in reality. It's based on what's going on.
Well,
big up Perchie, but still, you know what I mean.
Well, no, the YouTube. You guys know the YouTube. You have to
gather attention.
Dramatize.
Yeah, you gotta dramatize.
You have to do it. It is a technique. And a big up to Perchie and subscribe and like his shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
His morning shows. Usually on the way to work, I listen to his morning shows, and he's doing a good job. I think he's at 2.4. Yeah, he's trying to.
We gotta get him on North London is ours. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, I gotta get him. I gotta get him on there. I gotta get him on.
It will be World War III.
World War III. Matter of fact, if I get him tomorrow, that would be good.
That's a clickbaity title. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
World War III.
Yeah, Perchie on the show. I will message him because I was actually thinking about him, some other people, and including has and Michael. Well, Michael knows. Michael's hard to get, but I understand he's busy. But definitely get Has on the show along some other YouTube content creators. Yeah. But any last words? Because I'm starving. I wanna.
That's okay. No, I was gonna say, sorry, like TJ, there's a lot of Spurs fans out there. I know maybe your fan base is similar. I know some Arsenal fans, but they're not like this. They'll put the positive spin out every time something happens, regardless of whatever, because they want to seem like a super fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if something bad happens, they'll go, "Oh no, don't worry, we still got the league. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. We'll just buy some other player."
And I'm not going to call out channels because it's kind of funny. The only people that I've met that I watch on YouTube are, people from the biggest Arsenal fan channel on YouTube. And I've actually met, I've met those individuals. I met them in Washington, D.C. Like very, very nice people. They're just trying to make a living. And that is the point, is that people are looking for views. Views equal money. Views equal more opportunity with the club. So that's a lot of what these like super fans are doing, is putting a super positive spin on things when that really isn't the reality of the situation. I like to fancy myself as somebody that's moderate and has and sees both sides and forms my opinion based off of what I see, based off the facts. Like I wouldn't say I'm like I respect Lee Gunner, but I'm not Lee Gunner. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm also not AFTV. I'm
Yeah.
right smack in the middle. I form my own opinions, and if you don't like them, that's the way it is. But yeah, no, I mean, that's just the way of any fan base, really. I mean, you can go in any of the big six clubs, and they'll have a positive, super positive spin on it. I mean, you
It's
see
mainly
it
on Twitter. I see
you
it a
see it
lot,
for
to be
Spurs, you
honest.
see it for United, you see it for everybody. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. It's just it's one of those things where I kind of take all those opinions with a grain of salt and move on. It is what it is.
Yeah.
People out here just trying to get clout. It is what it is. It's the game. The game's the game.
Yeah.
And yes, and I think that's true. And I wanted to say this about Spurs fans, and I'm going to save a lot of the mudding for tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be unbelievable for me. Okay. And I've been going crazy. I've been giving everybody a preview in the Tottenham away chat. But Spurs, the difference between Arsenal's fans and Spurs fans is that we have won stuff. And people that are still, people that are not in their 80s have seen Arsenal win things, whereas Spurs fans have not. It's an expectation. That's all it is. A lot of Spurs fans just want to have a good day out at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Go to the chicken restaurant in that awesome stadium you guys have. Go see Beyonce. Go see Wizkid. And that's fine for them as long as they have a good day out with them and their family. They don't have the ambition isn't there. Whereas with Arsenal fans, with most Arsenal fans or more Arsenal fans, I would say, the expectation is higher.
I think it's because of the Invincibles as well.
Because the Invincibles, it's our short history. It's the 15 FA Cups.
Yeah.
It's all of that. It's all of that. And as soon as you guys start winning things, the expectation goes up. I didn't say that. I didn't say their name.
But don't worry, people. Tomorrow, I have something in store for
Oh yeah, no, you cannot hold me responsible for what that channel says.
Yeah, I got something in store for TJ tomorrow.
Oh my!
TJ.
TJ. Mari, don't make me pull clips from Tottenham away. Don't make me pull clips. I will.
TJ.
No. Don't. The problem is that I don't have any control over the content that you guys put out there, like in terms of like presenting and airing clips and stuff like that. So if I send you some stuff, Mari, I expect it to be played.
Send me the stuff and I'll play. Send me the stuff. I've been waiting for this. We'll go back and forth. Tomorrow will be World War III. Oh,
TJ.
but I take that back. I hope I didn't offend anybody because I said bald. So I don't want to.
Oh no, we don't want to offend the.
I don't want to offend. World War
What were you going to say, Michael?
Yeah. So, like, to further emphasize your point about like expectations, winning stuff, etc. Right? Last time that Tottenham won a cup, I was 11. Right? I'm 26 right now, and what I wanted to like point out is when Spurs were winning that cup, I didn't know that Tottenham existed. I didn't know that this club exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't watching football actively. I was just a kid, right? And honestly, we didn't have much access to like British football in Poland,
right. Well, same here. I wasn't watching the Invincibles. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I knew Arsenal. I knew Manchester United. I knew Liverpool. I knew Chelsea, right? I knew those clubs, even though I didn't watch football, right? Actually, I was Manchester United fan, right? Because of Ronaldo, because I only knew Ronaldo from that squad and Geeks, right? And I was also a Liverpool fan because Jerzy Dudek played for them, right? And he did that mad save of Shevchenko's penalty in the Champions League final, right? So I knew about those clubs, and when you are like, even when you aren't from England and you start supporting those clubs, right? You start supporting Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and even Manchester City. It will gradually happen right now, right? Because they are constantly winning. But even if you start supporting those clubs as someone from abroad, you are kind of like brought into it with the expectation of winning, right? It's like you started supporting Arsenal, and you knew that Arsenal won the league in 2004. You knew that you won 15 FA Cups, or like when you started supporting it was probably like 12 or 13, right?
I knew they weren't. I knew they weren't losers, but I
Yeah.
know. But I also knew that they weren't. That wasn't a dig at you, by the way. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
of
that
course.
I knew that they were capable of winning.
Yeah, and with Tottenham, I got a false sense of like I didn't really know the culture of the club. I didn't really know history that well, right? But with the Champions League run, with the run in the 16-17 of finishing second behind Chelsea, I kind of, as a new fan getting into English football, I felt like maybe there is something cooking there, right? But
Yeah.
If I am right now sitting here and telling you that I don't expect us to win anything, then how other
You haven't been
fans?
a fan for 1.5 years or 2 years, whatever it is. Yeah.
Sorry.
You've only been a fan for, he said, since 4 years, then, right? Is it
Yeah,
4 years?
for 4.5 years.
And you've been,
right?
I've been a fan my whole life, so
Yeah.
I think I feel.
And both of us don't expect to win anything, right?
Yeah.
That's the issue. We want to win it, but we don't expect to win it, right? The issue is that many fans, they don't expect, but they also like don't give a fuck if we don't win, right? And that's the worst like part.
That's the problem.
I gave up
They grew
as
up
like
with
winning
Tottenham not
anything.
winning, right? They grew
I
up
gave
with
up
Tottenham.
achieving anything like a title or something like that back in 2012 because when we were in third place under Harry Redknapp, coming into January 2024, we signed Lewis Zaha and Ryan Nelson on a free transfer.
Oh yeah,
That was my Levy out moment. That was Levy out after that. I was like,
oh my goodness.
All
At that
right.
that's
time,
when I realized I was like, this club isn't going to do
I was
anything.
still naive because I was just supporting the club for 4 or 5 years at that time, and I was just like, okay, yeah, Levy's kind of cheap. He goes for the cheaper options and stuff like that. So at that time I wasn't Levy out because I was still kind of like still in the infancy,
Mm-mm.
though there were signs of just by honestly by maybe 2018, I'm like, yo, I picked a club. I chose a club
I didn't have a choice though.
that has the owner that has no ambition. By 2018, I was like, yo, man, this owner is horrible. Can we get a new at that time I didn't know about Levy and Enoch out the movement. But me being by myself in Florida, I'm just like, man, these guys are horrible, man. And then when we went through those transfer windows where we didn't back Pochettino, that's when I said, yo, I'm Levy out. And then I start hearing all this Levy out groups. Then I said that was the one that broke my back. I'm like,
18
yo,
months.
yeah. I was like, wait, hold up. This is our greatest team. And like, why are we not building on this? Like, this is ludicrous. This is crazy. I said, yo, I am Levy out. And then what made me go berserk is when we fired Jose Mourinho days before. That's when I said, fuck this. And I was literally mad. Like, I went, yo, berserk. I can't stand Daniel Levy, Joe Lewis, anything that's involved in Tavistock, Enoch, yo,
I'm
out.
still angry about that sacking, and it's been like 2 years.
That was that was right when I started following like football on YouTube, and I just remember watching that being like, they are insane to do that.
Still couldn't believe it, man. I
was fuming.
I argue with Scott M all the time. Is like it wouldn't matter. I said, wait. I said, you got the greatest like one game. If you need to win a cup trophy manager, remind you, we lost one. I'm like, can you imagine we had Jose to come up with a game plan? Like he didn't even get the chance. Like that's asinine. That's crazy. And all my other friends or other clubs like, how do you sack Jose Mourinho before you guys are Tottenham? How do you guys sack your manager days before a cup final?
Especially Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's like mental. Like,
literally,
it's absolutely insane. It's certifiable.
The fan base should be fucking fuming. Like Levy should not be able to leave his house after that. I don't condone violence. Right? I don't condone violence. I am against violence, etc., etc. Right? But honestly, after that, Levy should
It's
not be able to leave
unforgivable.
his effing house, right?
Unforgivable. I couldn't believe it.
Unforgivable. Like,
Yeah.
It was
Other
mental.
than
Honestly, it was crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. If there was a top 5 list of things that the atrocities that Daniel Levy has done, easily
I don't think you could fit it on.
forever, it will forever be in the top 5. It could be number 1, it could be number 2, maybe number 1. Selling Harry Kane will be number 1 for some people. That is number 1, along with not backing Poch. But that would be there. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is a joke, right? April's Fools, like, like, hold up, like, how do you do that? Ryan Mason, oh,
Problem is, Mari, you say that, but a lot of Spurs wanted Jose out. Not me, but a lot of Spurs wanted Jose out because of the football. So they got what they asked for with Ange. They wanted.
I mean, you
nice
can
football.
You can want Jose out, but there is a time and a place.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't want him out. I didn't want him out.
At the end of the season, and I still tell people to this day, if he was properly back, if they had got him skinnier instead of Joe Rogan, right? He had us in first, the latest in the season, December. Still to this day in the Premier League, he has had us in December. Jose, I'm just saying, I keep saying it. Jose had us top of the league in December. That's the latest we've been in the Premier League. Facts. And, if we had gotten some defensive reinforcements like he asked for, who knows how that season would have went. That was the first season that you really saw the Sonny and Kane, telepathic, and that year we saw 6-1. People tend to forget that.
Yeah,
our best
victory. People were saying our best victory in years was Ange'S, the 2-0. I'm like, hold on. Did you forget the 6-1 drubbing? I know it's empty at Old Trafford. For me, that was the best victory in the last
years. Mari, 6-1 against United, 2-0 against Arsenal, 2-0 against City, 0-0 at Stamford Bridge. I fucking remember those games.
Yeah.
Seriously. The only reason we drew with West Ham, we spanked them 3-0 in the first half, and then we shut ourselves. If you remember, that was also that, right?
Rich had to just kick the ball away.
We drew with Palace, I think, at home right before Christmas, and it also like someone shot themselves. I think Eric Dyer or whoever, right?
Dyer just fell apart. Yeah.
I don't remember
if it was Chelsea in the FA Cup where it was like back and forth.
He's beaten Chelsea in penalties in the
Carabao.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Also, do you remember the first big loss that started the downfall was 2-1 against Liverpool at Anfield.
Oh yeah, when he missed that
Berwin
post.
Missed 2 sitters.
Post. I remember that.
Yeah,
when you look at those results, this guy had us in first before Christmas, right? Or around. I know what you're saying. Christmas, right? Yeah. And we didn't support the guy, and all fans wanted him out, rightfully so, because the football, after 3 or 4 months, was dreadful, right? But it's just about the ambition of the club. We honestly should have given him Skriniar. We should have given him 1 or 2 signings in January, and I kid you not, this guy would have done something mad, but
Joe Rogan.
It's the history, right?
Joe Rogan.
And remember, we lost to Everton. We lost. It was 4-4 game in the FA Cup, right? Because remember, I was like, oh wow, we might be in both domestic finals. Remember when we lost to Everton? It was an offensive shootout. Remember?
Yeah.
5-4.
It was 5-4. It was at one point 4-4. And I was just like,
Richarlison scored 2, by the way.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, Sanchez scored 2 for us, by the way.
I now remember. Ain't that? Oh gosh, that was.
Oh, the fucking joke. And then Dinamo Zagreb.
Zagreb. Oh no, Zagreb.
Yeah, it's
I wanted to
This
forget that
this
game. Now you reminded me.
autopsy that you guys are doing on yourselves, like I don't understand why you guys continue to put yourself through it.
it's vivisection, mate. We are just like
It's like
opening
a therapy
ourselves
session,
up,
basically.
everything out, right? Stomach, just cutting the stomach open.
All right. Well, listen, Mari, I got to get out of here because I got to go back to work.
All right, take care, TJ.
I got to get out of here too. So let me quickly say, you can see him at because usually I post the link, but I don't want to be kicked out again. So I'm not going to put myself in that situation. But please go to the channel and view. Well, go to Has TV, but also go to a view from the South Stand.
Yeah, I should be on with Haas tomorrow, I think, because we have our show on Thursday. But I think
you guys are 2 hours ahead before us before we go on, and so please check them out. Their show, very very good show. Has versus Has. They come on at usually come on 8:30, right?
8 o'clock. Yeah.
8 o'clock. Yeah, we come on later at 10:30. So check them out. Please subscribe and like. They finally hit the 1K, and they're just rising to the top. It's solid. It's one of the most solid channels out there. I say it every time. They break down tactics from Ashmatic, has the post game, Marlon, that whole crew. Yeah, that's a solid channel. Solid channel. They give you the truth. They don't sugarcoat it. You're gonna get some good information. And so I think Has is officially the 4th member of that channel. I assume, right?
Unofficially, I don't know.
Yeah. And so you can find him there. DJ is rising, and I'm telling you, his show is entertaining. He had like 5 people on the show the other day, and it was because I was watching Arsenal.
It was a gong show.
Yeah. I watch it, but he is quickly rising. 500 on his way to 1K. My co-partner in crime tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be nuts. I still got some prepared. He's lucky that we lost last night because now he has some stuff to prepare and even more stuff with
Let's just call tomorrow. Let's just call tomorrow. Let's call tomorrow's episode North London Bottle Jobs.
Yeah.
Part 2.
How full
of
is the king of North London right now? Fulham is the king of North London right now.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Oh, and by the way, yes, Cubed, you are 100% correct. A lot of our fan base is diluted. I am not one of them.
Do you like Kai Havertz?
That is not true. They just keep saying that because they're trying to troll me, which is fine. Scott MC Cube, that's fine. It's all right. It's all right. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV, everybody. I provide a balanced view on Arsenal Football Club and the English Premier League. Thank you again, Mari. I cannot wait for World War III tomorrow. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Especially if we get Stefan on.
It's over, dude. We're never getting off that. We're never getting off that stream.
Yeah.
Guys, if you weren't pissed off enough, I just went to Reddit to check out if there are any news. I went into the Here We Go about Fati, and the first comment is, "Let us rejoice. I'm not in favor of taking 12 million of Barca books. Brighton can have that, lol. We have Solomon anyway."
Wow.
That's the first fucking comment. We have Solomon anyway, right? And some other guy commented on
I
it.
actually hate
He's
Reddit.
like, if Fati stays fit, he's so much better than Solomon. Like, fair point, right? And the other guy commented on it, nobody knows his ceiling anymore. He's not proven, right? Fuck's sake. Are these people fucking retarded? So, I'm not going to say that.
This is why I stopped going on Reddit.
Yeah,
you just told me.
I just go on Reddit for news, right? I pretty much never enter the comment section, right? But this one time I was like, I need to get some.
We didn't want him anyway.
We have Solomon anyway. We have Solomon anyway. We don't need Fati.
Oh, we didn't want him anyway. That's our fan base. On that note, I'm gonna say this very happily. Levy out.
Yeah.
Come on, Spurs.